Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of the Sliced Bread. So, in this episode, we're going to actually take a look at Google Fi. It's the phone service provided by Google. I recently went on a trip to Europe and found the service to be super useful, and I thought I'll share this. And I also think it is the future of mobile phone networks. So firstly, for those of you who are not aware, Google Fi is Google's own phone service, which was earlier called Project Fi, and now it's been rebranded as Google Fi. Now, what it does is essentially high level, it switches between three networks: T-Mobile, Sprint, and US Cellular, so that wherever you are anywhere in the US, it will automatically switch among these three networks and give you a seamless service. It won't even tell you that it's switching between these three networks. So the reason why I think it is the future is because when you receive the welcome or the activation kit, it does not even come with a SIM card. Now, this is not new. You do have eSIMs which are similar. I think other network providers do provide the same sort of service as well. But what it does really well is the international roaming part of it. So if you're someone who's frequently traveling to different parts of the world, you carry this Google Fi enabled phone, you will be able to switch to the local provider in that country and be able to use your US phone number very seamlessly. It did not have any dropped calls when we were in any of these countries. And the best part is, when it comes to the prices, it's extremely affordable when you actually look at international roaming. There are a lot of providers who provide you data capped at 2 GB, close to $80 to $100 on international roaming. SMS is free when you're traveling, when you're in any of these countries. Data is obviously part of your plan itself. It's a postpaid plan, so it sort of just keeps on getting added to your plan, and you only pay what you use. You pay $10 per every gigabyte of usage, and if there is a portion of your gigabyte that you haven't used, in the next bill that you get, you will be able to redeem whatever you've not used as part of the previous month. So that's pretty affordable. Now, having said that, in the US, there are providers like Metro PCS and Cricket who have cheaper unlimited plans. For example, you can get unlimited plan for Metro PCS in terms of data for $40 a month. Now, that is cheap, and I don't think Google Fi can beat that, because Google Fi has a rental of $20, and then you pay $10 for every gigabyte of usage, and then it's free after 6 GB, which means you could be spending anywhere from $20 to $80 depending on your data usage. So that seems a little bit expensive, but at the end of the day, you pay for what you use. So, and I use about 2 gigabytes of data every month. So it comes to the same price as Metro PCS, but there is a peace of mind that you have when you use Metro PCS, because it just simply helps you. It's unlimited, so you can use how much of a data you want. You never think about using data or making any calculations. Whereas for Google Fi, you have to keep calculating if you're not one of those power users of the network service. One of the features that I really wanted to talk about is the Google product culture itself, and I think that is very evident in the Google Fi application. So as soon as I bought tickets, one of the things the Google Fi app did was it told me that you already have coverage in Germany, and it tells you that on the app as soon as you open it. And I think this is pretty qualifies as a delighter, mainly because it sort of I haven't fed any information into Google Fi saying I'm going to Germany on these dates, I hope I have coverage there. It says we've got you covered while you're going to be in Germany. Now, one of the things, I mean, some of you might feel this is creepy because it's able to pull information from my ticket information in Gmail, and it's able to use it in a different application in Google Fi. But I think that's really amazing, because this shows the collaboration among Google product folks and among different teams in Google using different applications. Because Gmail knows that you're traveling, Google Discover uses this information to show you airline information on your Android phones, and then Google Fi is able to use the same information to provide you with phone service in that country and tell you that they've got you covered. I think these are the reasons why this is the mobile phone network of the future. And I think Google clearly see the incredible potential this has, and it's given steep discounts during Thanksgiving. So if you're looking to switch to a service, and by the way, switching from Metro PCS to Google Fi was seamless. So all of this is great features. It provides for a great service, but I do have a couple of drawbacks. In the US, we did encounter a few dropped calls, but more importantly, I think what I've not seen with other service providers is when we actually did a test, I found that I was holding their phone in my hand and I was calling them, and it rings. It gives me the feedback that the phone is ringing, but the phone actually was not ringing. And it also can create some miscommunication because it might feel like the person is actually not answering, but on the other hand, they're not even listening to they're not even getting that call on their phone, and I think that does create confusion. So these are some of the drawbacks of Google Fi, but I think overall we've been incredibly happy with the overall experience. Especially if you're a frequent traveler around the world, you should give Google Fi a try. There's not a big disadvantage by using Google Fi. You could switch back to one of your earlier providers that you're using because of the portability that's available today. But I think you will enjoy Google Fi and the services and features it has to provide. So from the scoring point of view, this is going to be a little bit tricky because final rundown is going to be performance, usability, affordability, delighters, and product market fit. So with respect to performance, I did see some of those drop calls. I don't think it was as reliable as Metro PCS in the area that I was using, the same area that I was using Metro PCS. So performance, I'm going with a 7 out of 10. From a usability standpoint, it was seamless. When I visited any of these other countries, it was able to switch on immediately. There was almost no lag. And I don't think that's something that I would get from other service providers as well. So usability wise, I give it an 8 out of 10. Affordability, I give it a 7. Yes, international roaming is great, but it may not be for everyone. For those of you who are in the US and have providers like Metro PCS who's getting for $40 a month, I think affordability is a bit of an issue. For delighters, amazing delighters with respect to being able to integrate with many features across the Google ecosystem, and I'm giving it a 9 out of 10 for being able to, that I'll be in Germany in a week's time and I will need Google connection when I'm there. When it comes to product market fit, I'm giving it a solid 9 out of 10. This is something that the market needs at this point. It does not have a SIM card. There's no sloppy switches between different providers. So overall, the sliced bread score comes out to be 40 out of 50. It's a solid performance by Google's latest entry into the phone service playground as well. So one of the things that Google Fi does really well as a startup is to provide referral codes, and if you see at the bottom of this link of this video, you will see the referral link of mine. You can actually get a $20 discount once you sign up with Google Fi using the referral code. So if you like this video, like, subscribe, and share, and we'll see you very, very soon in the next episode of Sliced Bread.